A dog battles a giant anaconda to save his master, unearthing a deadly secret. Will they survive? Like and subscribe for this thrilling tale, and our latest videos don't miss out. Nathan Cole's hand hovered over his knife, Rex's growl slicing through the jungle's silence as the German shepherd's ears pinned back. The campfire flickered, barely lighting their camp. When the ground exploded, an anaconda, coils thick as tires, jaws gaping, surged from the leaves, striking at Nathan's chest. He dove, rolling, the snake's fangs grazing his arm, blood welling instantly. Rex lunged, teeth sinking into the beast's flank. Ripping scales, his snarls deafening. The anaconda whipped around, slamming Rex against a tree, the dog yelping, claws scrabbling. Nathan yanked his machete from his pack, swinging, the blade biting into the snake's neck. Blood spraying, the beast coiled, wrapping Nathan's legs, squeezing, his knees buckling. He hacked again, machete glancing off, as Rex staggered up, biting the snake's tail, dragging it back. The anaconda thrashed, loosening its grip, and Nathan broke free, gasping, stabbing wildly. Rex darted in, jaws clamping onto the snake's side, tearing muscle, dodging a snapping strike that grazed his flank, blood matting his fur. Nathan roared him, machete slashing, carving deeper, scales splitting, the snake's hiss turning ragged. The beast lunged, catching Rex in its coils, squeezing, the dog's ribs creaking. Nathan charged, driving the machete into the snake's skull, bone crunching, blood gushing. Rex bit harder, wrenching free, and leapt again, locking onto the snake's throat. The anaconda shuddered, coils slackening, and Nathan hacked one final time, severing its spine. It collapsed, a lifeless heap, blood pooling in the dirt. Nathan dropped, panting, arm bleeding, legs bruised, ribs aching. Rex limped over, whining, flank torn, one ear slashed. Nathan tore his shirt, wrapping Rex's wounds, then bandaged his arm, hands shaking. "You're a fighter, boy." He grunted, pulling Rex close. His boot hit something hard under the leaves where the snake had struck. Nathan kicked away dirt, revealing a rusted metal box, a coated lock glinting. Rex growled, sniffing, as Nathan pried at it, the lock unyielding. His special forces instincts screamed nothing this hidden was harmless. He grabbed his pack, slinging the box inside, machete ready. When Rex's ears twitched, a branch snapping nearby. "Move," Nathan hissed, bolting with Rex into the underbrush. Footsteps crunched behind human, not animal. Nathan ducked behind a tree, Rex silent. As two men in tactical gear emerged, rifles raised, scanning the camp. "It's gone," one growled, kicking the dead snake. "Find them." Nathan's pulse raced. The box wasn't random. These men wanted it. He signaled Rex, who crept low, circling. Nathan gripped his machete, lunging at the closest man, blade slicing his arm, rifle clattering. The second spun, firing, bullets sparking off trees. Rex charged, tackling the shooter's legs, teeth sinking into his thigh. The man screaming. Nathan finished the first with a fist to the jaw, dropping him cold, then tackled the second, wrenching the rifle free, slamming the butt into his skull. Both men lay still, blood pooling. Nathan zip-tied their hands, stripping a radio that crackled retrieved the case. No witnesses. He smashed it, heart pounding. Rex whimpered, blood seeping through his bandage, but his eyes stayed sharp. Nathan checked the men's gear, knives, ammo, no IDs. Professionals, not poachers. The box was trouble, tied to something bigger. He grabbed their rifles, slinging one, and hauled the box from his pack, its weight a warning. Rex growled, head snapping toward the trees, more footsteps. Heavier. At least 3 men. Nathan bolted, Rex at his heels, weaving through vines, branches slashing his face, bullets cracked, splintering bark, as shouts echoed behind. He dove into a ravine, Rex tumbling beside him, and scrambled under a fallen log, holding his breath. The pursuers passed, radios buzzing, their boots fading. Nathan waited, then crawled out, helping Rex, whose limp worsened. He checked the box again, its lock taunting him. Whatever was inside, men were dying for it. He slung the rifle tighter, machete in hand, and moved deeper into the jungle. Rex guiding, sniffing for threats. A river roared ahead cover, but risky. Nathan waded in, Rex splashing beside him, the cold numbing their wounds. Gunfire erupted behind, bullets churning the water. Nathan dove, dragging Rex under a bank, their breaths shallow. The shooters scanned, then retreated, cursing. Nathan surfaced, gasping. Rex shaking off water, blood trailing. They climbed the bank, finding a cave to hole up. Nathan barricaded the entrance with branches, checking Rex's wounds, rebandaging with a spare shirt. His own arm throbbed, but he ignored it, studying the box. The symbols hinted at something old, organized military, maybe worse. Rex's growl snapped him back, distant voices, closing in. Nathan gripped the rifle, ready. Whoever these men were, they'd bleed before taking him and Rex. Nathan Cole crouched in the cave, rifle gripped tight. Rex's low growl echoing off the damp walls as distant voices of pursuers faded into the jungle. The rusted metal box sat before him, its coated lock a taunt, the weight of their survival pinned to its secrets. His arm bled through the makeshift bandage. Rex's flank oozed under torn cloth, but there was no time to rest. Nathan's Special Forces training kicked in, cracked the box. Know the enemy. He pulled a multi-tool from his pack, prying at the lock's edges, testing for weak points. Rex's ears twitched, head snapping toward the cave's entrance, a faint hum rising from the box. Nathan froze. A red light blinked on the lock, pulsing fast. Damn it, he hissed, recognizing a GPS tracker. The box was a beacon, and they were marked. He jammed the tool's pick into the lock, twisting, metal grinding, until it clicked open. Inside, a stack of papers, a USB drive, and a small black device, the tracker, still blinking. Nathan smashed it with the rifle's butt, sparks flying, but the damage was done. He flipped through the paper's maps, shipment logs, names of buyers, all tied to a poaching syndicate called Black Fang, trafficking endangered species across borders. The USB likely held more, but no time to check. Rex snarled, fur bristling, as boots crunched outside, voices sharp with intent. They're here, one shouted. Nathan slung the box's contents into his pack, grabbed the rifle and signaled Rex, "Go low, boy." The dog bolted to the cave's side, silent, as three men in tactical gear stormed in, submachine guns blazing. Nathan dove behind a rock, bullets sparking, and fired back, catching one in the chest, the man collapsing with a grunt. Rex leapt, teeth sinking into another's arm, dragging him down, rifle clattering. Nathan charged the third, slamming the rifle stock into his jaw, bone cracking. The second man kicked Rex off, drawing a knife, but Nathan tackled him, driving his fist into the man's throat, dropping him cold. Rex limped back, blood dripping, but eyes fierce. Nathan zip-tied the men, stripping their radios and ammo. The radio crackled. Unit 2. Report. Target has the case. Nathan smashed it. Heart pounding, more were coming. He grabbed the pack, Rex at his heels, and sprinted out, jungle heat hitting like a fist. They weaved through vines, branches steeping, as shouts echoed behind. A bullet grazed Nathan's shoulder, blood welling, but he kept moving, firing back, Dropping a shadow in the trees, Rex led, nose low, dodging roots, guiding them to a ravine. Nathan slid down, Rex tumbling beside him, and they splashed into a shallow stream, water masking their trail. Gunfire cracked above, pursuers cursing as they lost sight. Nathan pushed on, rifle raised, until they reached a dense thicket, collapsing behind a fallen log. Rex panted, wounds seeping, and Nathan rebandaged him. Using the last of his shirt, his own shoulder burned, but he ignored it. Pulling the USB from the pack, he had a portable drive reader, bartered from a mission years ago, and plugged it in. The screen lit up files detailing Black Fang's operations poaching routes, client lists, even a coded reference to a director running the show. One file mentioned a nearby base, a processing hub for pelts and horns, 5 miles north. Nathan's jaw tightened. This was bigger than he'd thought, and they'd never stop hunting him. Rex growled, sensing movement, and Nathan stashed the USB, grabbing the rifle. A drone buzzed overhead, its red eye scanning. Nathan fired, shattering it, sparks raining. But the damage was done. Black Fang knew their position. He bolted, Rex limping but keeping pace, as engines roared nearby ATVs, fast and closing. Nathan dove into a gully, Rex beside him, and spotted 3 vehicles tearing through the jungle, each carrying 2 men, armed with rifles and machetes. He aimed, firing, hitting a driver, the ATV crashing into a tree, exploding in flames. The others swerved, returning fire, bullets churning the dirt. Nathan rolled, dragging Rex behind a boulder, and tossed a flare from his pack, its red glare blinding the attackers. He charged, rifle blazing, dropping 1 man, then tackled another, wrenching his machete free, slashing his leg. Rex lunged, biting a gunman's arm, the rifle firing wild. Nathan finished him with a rifle butt to the skull, blood spraying. The last man fled, ATV roaring, but Nathan shot out a tire, the vehicle flipping, the driver pinned. Nathan zip-tied him, ignoring his pleas, and checked Rex, whose wounds bled worse. He tore a sleeve from the pinned man's shirt, wrapping Rex tighter, whispering, "Hang on, boy." The base was their only shot answers. Maybe weapons. Maybe a way to end this. Nathan grabbed the crashed ATV's radio. Hearing orders, converge on the hub. Eliminate Cole. He smashed it, slinging the pack, rifle, and stolen machete. Rex staggered but stayed close, guiding through the jungle's maze. They reached a ridge, the base below a cluster of tents, cages, and armed men, floodlights cutting the dusk. Nathan's gut churned. Black Fang was a machine, and he'd kicked the hornet's nest. He checked the USB's map, memorizing the base's layout, then hid the pack in a hollow tree, keeping only the rifle and machete. "We hit hard, boy," he told Rex, whose eyes burned with loyalty. They crept down, ready to strike, as radios crackled below, hunters closing in. Nathan Cole sprinted through the jungle, rifle strapped tight, machete in hand. The Black Fang's base a shadow in his mind. Rex limped at his side, blood seeping through bandages, but his nose stayed low, sniffing for danger. The ridge behind them echoed with shouts. Black Fang's mercenaries closing in, their radios crackling. Cole's got the data. No survivors. Nathan's shoulder burned from the bullet graze, his arm throbbing, but he pushed forward, weaving through vines, boots sinking in mud. The USB's map burned in his memory 5 miles to the base. A death trap, but their only shot at answers. A drone buzzed above, its whine cutting the air. Nathan fired, the rifle's cracks shattering it, debris raining, but another took its place, red eye scanning. He dove under a canopy, dragging Rex, as bullets tore through leaves, mercenaries' boots pounding closer. "Keep moving, boy." Nathan hissed, bolting down a slope. Rex scrambling beside him. They hit a clearing, two open, and Nathan cursed. Spotting tripwires glinting in the dirt, Black Fang's traps. He signaled Rex, who froze, then leapt, guiding Nathan around the wires. A sniper's shot cracked, grazing Nathan's thigh, blood welling. He rolled behind a log, firing back. The rifle's recoil jarring his wounds. A mercenary dropped, clutching his chest, but more surged forward. Submachine guns blazing. Rex growled, darting low, and tackled a gunman's legs, teeth sinking into his calf. The man screaming. Nathan charged, machete swinging, slicing another's arm. Rifle clattering. He grabbed it, unloading a burst, dropping two more, their bodies crumpling. The drone circled, pinpointing them, and Nathan shot it down, sparks flashing, but radios barked. Flank them, he grabbed Rex, diving into a ravine, sliding through mud, bullets churning the earth above. They splashed into a stream, water stinging their wounds, and Nathan waited fast. Rex swimming, his limp worsening. The current hid their tracks, but a mercenary appeared on the bank. Rifle raised. Nathan lunged, tackling him into the water, machete slashing his shoulder, blood clouding the stream. Rex bit the man's arm, dragging him under until he stopped thrashing. Nathan surfaced, gasping, pulling Rex to the bank, rechecking his bandages, blood soaking through. Hang in there, he whispered, slinging the rifle. The base was close, but the jungle was a maze of traps. Nathan spotted a bear trap, its jaws rusted but lethal, and skirted it, guiding Rex. A mercenary leapt from a tree, knife flashing, but Nathan parried with the machete, metal clanging, and drove his fist into the man's jaw. Dropping him, Rex growled, sensing another, and Nathan spun, firing, the bullet catching a second attacker in the leg. The man collapsing, screaming. Nathan zip-tied them, stripping their radios, which buzzed. They're nearing the hub, set the ambush. He smashed the radio, heart racing. Black Fang was ready, but so was he. The jungle thinned, revealing the base's perimeter tents, cages, floodlights, and armed men. Nathan crouched, studying the layout from the USB's map. Armory East, Command Tent Center, Exit North. Rex's ears flicked, a patrol approaching, and Nathan pulled him behind a crate, holding his breath. The patrol passed, rifles slung, unaware. Nathan signaled Rex, who crept low, sniffing for explosives. A tripwire glinted, and Nathan cut it with his multi-tool, sweat beading. They slipped closer, reaching a fence, its barbed wire rusted. Nathan sliced through, wincing as barbs caught his arm, blood dripping. Rex squeezed under, limping but silent. Inside, the base hummed, generators roaring, cages rattling with trapped animals, panthers, hornbills, their eyes desperate. Nathan's gut twisted, but he focused. Spotting the armory, he crept forward, Rex guiding. When a guard turned, rifle rising, Nathan tackled him, hand over his mouth, machete at his throat. Quiet, he hissed, zip-tying him, gagging him with a rag. The armory door was locked, but Nathan's multi-tool cracked it, revealing crates of rifles, grenades, and ammo. He grabbed a satchel, stuffing it with clips and 2 grenades, slinging a fresh rifle. Rex growled, head snapping toward the command tent. Radios barked. Men mobilizing. They know we're here, Nathan muttered, pulling Rex back. A spotlight swept, pinning them, and shouts erupted. Boots charging. Nathan tossed a grenade, the blast shredding a tent, flames rising, men screaming. He fired, dropping 3 mercenaries, their rifles useless against his aim. Rex lunged, biting a gunman's leg, dragging him down, as Nathan slashed another with the machete. Blood spraying, They ran, bullets sparking, diving behind a cage. Its occupant, a trapped jaguar, roaring. Nathan shot the lock, the cage swinging open, the jaguar bolting, scattering the mercenaries. He grabbed Rex, sprinting north, the exit in sight, but a sniper's shot hit his pack, papers spilling. Nathan dove, scooping the USB, firing back, the sniper falling from a tower. They reached the exit, a steel gate, locked tight. Nathan planted a grenade, pulling Rex behind a crate, the explosion ripping the gate apart, shrapnel flying. They bolted through, jungle swallowing them, as alarms wailed, mercenaries regrouping. Nathan checked Rex, his wounds bleeding worse, and rebandaged him, heart sinking. The base held answers, but they'd walked into a war. He gripped the USB, its data their only leverage image, and moved deeper. Rex limping but fierce, ready to hit Black Fang where it hurt. Nathan Cole crouched in the jungle's shadow, rifle raised, the Black Fang base a fortress of tents and floodlights ahead. Rex panted beside him, blood seeping through bandages, his limp worse, but his eyes burned with fight. The USB's map guided them, armory breached. Now the command tent for data. Nathan's shoulder throbbed, thigh wound stinging, but he pushed forward, machete tucked, grenades clipped to his belt. The gate's explosion still smoked behind them, alarms wailing, mercenaries scrambling. Nathan signaled Rex, who crept low, sniffing for patrols. A guard rounded a crate, rifle slung, and Nathan lunged, slamming the machete's handle into his temple. Dropping him silently, he zip-tied the man, gagging him, and dragged him into a ditch. Rex growled, sensing movement, and Nathan ducked, spotting two more guards near a cage, their radios crackling perimeter breach. Lock it down. Nathan tossed a grenade, the blast ripping through a fuel drum, flames erupting, guards diving. He fired, dropping one, the other fleeing, shouting. Rex charged, tackling the runner, teeth sinking into his leg, silencing him. Nathan finished with a rifle butt to the skull, blood pooling. They moved fast, weaving through tents, the base a maze of cages tigers, hornbills, their growls desperate. Nathan's jaw clenched, but the command tent was priority. He cut through a canvas wall, slipping inside. Rex at his heels. Monitors glowed, papers scattered, a laptop open. Nathan plugged in the USB, downloading files, client lists, bank transfers, Black Fang's global reach. Rex's ears flicked. A shout outside. They're in the hub. Nathan yanked the USB, grabbing a hard drive from the desk, its weight promising secrets. Boots thundered, and the tent flap burst open. 4 mercenaries storming in, submachine guns blazing. Nathan dove behind a crate, bullets shredding canvas, and fired back, catching one in the chest, the man collapsing. Rex leapt, biting another's arm, dragging him down, but a third swung a rifle, cracking Rex's ribs. The dog yelping, tumbling. Nathan roared, tossing a grenade, the blast scattering the men, shrapnel flying. He tackled the rifleman, machete slashing his shoulder, blood spraying, then fired, dropping the last. Rex staggered up, whimpering, blood dripping from his side. Nathan knelt, rebandaging him with a torn sleeve, heart sinking, and Rex was fading. "Stay with me, boy," he whispered, slinging the hard drive into his pack. Alarms screamed louder, floodlights pinning the tent. Nathan grabbed Rex, sprinting out, bullets sparking. He shot a spotlight, glass shattering, darkness cloaking them. A mercenary charged, knife flashing, but Nathan parried, driving his machete into the man's leg, dropping him. They reached the cage area, animals roaring, and Nathan shot another lock, freeing a panther, its snarls scattering pursuers. He fired, dropping 2 more, their rifles useless against his aim. Rex limped, guiding to the armory for cover. but a sniper's shot grazed Nathan's arm, blood welling. He dove behind a crate, returning fire, the sniper falling from a scaffold. The armory door hung open, and Nathan slipped inside, grabbing ammo and a radio, its chatter frantic. They've got the drive. Cut them off. He smashed it, knowing the exit was a trap. Rex growled, sensing a trap door under our crates, and Nathan pried it open, revealing a tunnel of Black Fang's escape route. They dropped in, the air damp, walls tight. Nathan's flashlight cut the dark, Rex limping ahead, sniffing for explosives. A mercenary appeared behind, firing, bullets ricocheting. Nathan spun, unloading his rifle, the man collapsing, blood pooling. They pushed on, the tunnel sloping upward, leading to a hatch. Nathan kicked it open, emerging in a clearing, jungle dense around them. But engines roared ATVs, 3 of them, mercenaries closing fast. Nathan tossed his last grenade, the blast flipping one vehicle, flames rising, men screaming. He fired, hitting a driver, the ATV crashing, but the third swerved, a gunman spraying bullets. Rex lunged, biting the driver's arm, the vehicle skidding, and Nathan tackled the gunman, machete slashing his chest, blood gushing. The driver fled, ATV roaring, but Nathan shot out a tire, the vehicle tumbling. He zip-tied the man, checking Rex, whose ribs bled worse, his breath shallow. Nathan rebandaged him, using a mercenary shirt, whispering, "You're tough, boy." The hard drive was secure, its client list a weapon against Black Fang. But Rex's wounds were critical. Nathan grabbed the pack, rifle, and machete, moving north, the jungle their only cover. Radios crackled in the distance, more mercenaries converging. He found a stream, wading in to mask their tracks. Rex splashing, struggling, bullets churned the water, and Nathan dove, dragging Rex under a bank, holding his breath. The shooters passed, cursing, and Nathan surfaced, gasping, helping Rex climb out. They collapsed in a thicket, Nathan checking the hard drive, its data intact, names, dates, proof to burn Black Fang. The base was behind them, but the war was on, and Rex needed help. Nathan gripped his rifle, ready to fight, as Rex's growl signaled more hunters closing in. Nathan Cole clung to a stolen ATV, its engine roaring as he sped along a jungle trail. Rex strapped to his chest in a makeshift harness, blood seeping from the dog's bandages. The Black Fang's base burned miles behind, alarms fading, but their mercenaries were relentless, their radios vowing no survivors. Nathan's shoulder and thigh wounds bled, pain a dull roar, but the hard drive in his pack, packed with Black Fang's client list, was worth more than his life. Rex's breaths were ragged, his flank torn, yet his eyes stayed sharp, urging Nathan on. He needed help, fast, or Rex wouldn't make it. Nathan fishtailed the ATV onto a dirt road, dodging roots, and pulled a burner phone from his belt, dialing Clara Vance, a journalist who'd nearly died exposing Black Fang's poaching. "Clara, it's Nathan Cole," he growled, voice hoarse. "Got their secrets. Meet me at the river dock. 1 hour." Clara's reply was clipped. "You're insane." "They'll kill us," Nathan swerved, a bullet sparking off the ATV's frame. "They're trying. Bring a laptop." The line cut. Nathan gunned the engine, Rex whimpering as they hit a bump, blood staining Nathan's shirt. He tightened the harness, whispering, "Hold tight, boy." A mercenary's jeep roared behind, its gunner firing, bullets shredding leaves. Nathan veered off-road, the ATV bouncing, and fired his rifle one-handed, hitting the jeep's tire, sending it crashing into a ditch. Flames erupting. 2 more jeeps appeared, mercenaries leaning out, submachine guns blazing. Nathan tossed a grenade from his armory haul, the blast flipping one vehicle. Men screaming. He shot the second's driver, the jeep skidding, but a bullet grazed his arm, blood welling, gritting his teeth. He sped toward the river, the dock's rusted pier in sight. Nathan ditched the ATV, unstrapping Rex, and sprinted to the pier, laying the dog behind crates, rebandaging his flank with a torn sleeve. His own wounds bled worse, but he reloaded the rifle, machete ready. His engines roared mercenaries, closing fast. Clara's boat churned upriver, a battered skiff, her silhouette at the helm, pistol in hand. She docked, leaping out, laptop bag slung, eyes scanning. "Cole, you're a mess," she snapped, kneeling by Rex, who growled but stayed still. Nathan tossed her the hard drive. Clients, routes, payoffs. "Crack it." Clara plugged it in. Files loading bank transfers. Coded emails. A named Senator Hargrove. Black Fang's shield in Washington. "This is dynamite," she hissed. "Hargrove's untouchable, but these transfers nail him." Nathan's jaw clenched. Hargrove's power explained Black Fang's reach. Before he could reply, floodlights flared. 3 SUVs screeching to the dock. Mercenaries spilling out. Rifles raised. "Hand it over." Cole one shouted. Nathan dove, dragging Clara behind crates. Bullets sparking. Rex snarled, lunging despite his wounds, biting a gunman's leg, dragging him down. But another kicked Rex hard, the dog collapsing, whimpering. Nathan roared, firing, dropping 2. Blood spraying. Clara shot her pistol, hitting another. Her aim sharp. Nathan tossed a grenade, the blast shredding an SUV, flames scattering the men. He tackled a mercenary, machete slashing his arm, rifle clattering, then fired, dropping another. Clara grabbed Rex, dragging him to the boat, bullets tearing the pier. Nathan covered them, unloading his rifle, hitting a gunner, but a shot grazed his side, blood soaking his shirt. He dove onto the boat, Clara gunning the engine, the skiff lurching as bullets churned the water. Nathan fired back, dropping a mercenary on the dock, the others scrambling for cover. The skiff sped upriver, mercenaries' SUVs racing along the bank, their headlights glaring. Nathan reloaded, leaning out, shooting a driver, the SUV crashing into the river, sinking fast. Clara swerved, dodging a barrage, as Nathan tossed his last grenade, the explosion flipping the second SUV, flames lighting the night. The third veered off, retreating, radios barking. "Regroup at City Hub. They've got Vance." Nathan smashed the boat's radio, knowing Black Fang's city base was their next target. Clara's face was grim. Laptop secure. Hargrove's got cops, feds, everything. "We need a safe house." Nathan checked Rex, his breath weak, blood pooling. He pressed a cloth to the dog's flank, whispering, "You're a fighter." But the hard drive's data was their weapon. But Hargrove's shadow loomed, and Rex was fading. Nathan gripped his rifle, machete tucked, as Clara steered toward the city, the jungle falling behind. A mercenary boat appeared, gaining fast, its gunner aiming. Nathan fired, hitting the engine. Flames erupting, the boat spinning out. Clara pushed the skiff harder, the city's lights flickering ahead. But Nathan knew Black Fang's reach. Hargrove's power was waiting. He reloaded, ready for war, as Rex's growl, faint but fierce, spurred him on. Nathan Cole gripped the skiff's rail, the city's skyline looming as Clara Vance pushed the boat's engine to its limit, water churning behind. Rex lay at his feet, blood seeping through bandages, his breath shallow but eyes fierce, urging Nathan to keep fighting. The hard drive, tucked in Clara's pack, held Black Fang's secrets proof to topple Senator Hargrove and their poaching empire. Nathan's wound shoulder, thigh, side bled steadily, pain a constant pulse. But he reloaded his rifle, machete ready, knowing Black Fang's city hub was a death trap. Clara's voice cut through the engine's roar. "Safe house is downtown. But Hargrove's got eyes everywhere. Nathan nodded, scanning the docks ahead, where neon lights flickered. We hit fast, leaked the data, then vanish. The skiff docked at a crumbling pier, and Nathan carried Rex, the dog's weight heavy, his whimpers stabbing Nathan's heart. Clara led, pistol raised, to a stolen van parked nearby. They piled in, Nathan laying Rex on the back seat, rebandaging his flank with a torn shirt, blood soaking through. Clara floored it, weaving through traffic, the city a maze of horns and headlights. Nathan checked the rifle, ammo low, and gripped the machete, ready for war. A black SUV screeched behind, Black Fang's mercenaries, their guns flashing. Nathan leaned out, firing, shattering their Inkim. The SUV swerving but staying close. Clara took a sharp turn, tires screaming, as another SUV joined, ramming their rear, metal crunching. Nathan tossed a grenade, the blast flipping the first SUV, flames erupting, but the second pressed harder, bullets sparking off the van. Rex growled, struggling to stand, and Nathan pushed him down, whispering, "Stay, boy." Clara swerved into an alley, narrow and dark, but a third SUV blocked the exit, mercenaries spilling out, submachine guns blazing. Nathan kicked open the door, firing, dropping two, blood spraying. Clara shot her pistol, hitting another, as Nathan tackled a gunman, machete slashing his arm, rifle clattering. Rex leapt from the van, despite his wounds, biting a mercenary's leg, dragging him down. But a boot slammed Rex's ribs, the dog collapsing, yelping. Nathan roared, slashing the attacker's chest, blood gushing, and fired, dropping another. Clara grabbed Rex, dragging him back, but a mercenary grabbed her, wrenching the pack, hard drive inside. Nathan lunged, machete cutting the man's hand, the pack falling, but a rifle butt cracked his skull, vision blurring. Clara screamed, firing, but a mercenary pinned her, zip-tying her wrists, dragging her to an SUV. Nathan staggered, shooting, hitting one, but the SUV sped off. Clara inside, her pack left behind. He dove for it, bullets sparking, and scooped the hard drive, clutching Rex, who whimpered, blood pooling. Mercenaries regrouped, radios barking. Vance is secured. Kill Cole. Nathan sprinted, carrying Rex into a side alley, bullets shredding walls. Rex's nose twitched, guiding, and Nathan followed, weaving through back streets, dodging trash and crates. A mercenary appeared, knife flashing, but Nathan parried, machete slashing his leg, dropping him. He zip-tied the man, stealing his radio, which crackled, "Deliver Vance to the hub." Nathan smashed it, heart racing so Clara was alive, but not for long. He found a storm drain, prying it open, and slid inside. Rex limp in his arms, blood dripping. The tunnel was tight, water ankle deep, but safe, boy. Nathan set Rex down, checking his wounds, rebandaging with a mercenary shirt, his own blood mixing in. The hard drive was intact, but Clara's capture was a gut punch. He pulled her phone from the pack, finding a text sent post-capture data copied to cloud. Safe House 23rd St. Code 7841. Nathan's jaw tightened. Clara was fighting back. He moved through the tunnel, Rex struggling but guiding, sniffing for threats. They emerged near 23rd Street, the safe house a rundown tenement. Nathan punched in the code, slipping inside, laying Rex on a couch, blood staining the fabric. He plugged the hard drive into Clara's laptop, left in the pack, and accessed the cloud files uploaded, client lists, Hargrove's payments, all public ready. But Black Fang's hub was downtown, Clara their prisoner. Nathan reloaded his rifle, ammo critical, and sharpened the machete. Blood still caked on its edge. Rex's eyes flickered, weak but loyal, urging him on. Nathan checked the safe house's stash ammo, a med kit, a burner phone. He patched Rex's wounds, stitching the worst with shaky hands, whispering, "You're not done, boy." His own wounds bled, but he ignored them, calling a contact from his Spec Ops days, a hacker named Jace. "Need Black Fang's hub location," Nathan said. Jace's reply was quick. "Warehouse, Pier 17, heavy security." "You're nuts." Nathan hung up, gripping the rifle. Clara was running out of time, and Rex needed a vet, but Black Fang had to fall. He carried Rex to the van, stashing the hard drive, and drove, city lights a blur. Pier 17, their target. A mercenary truck cut them off, ramming the van, glass shattering. Nathan swerved, firing through the window, hitting the driver, the truck crashing. More appeared, guns blazing, and Nathan floored it, Rex growling as bullets sparked, the fight spilling into the city's heart. Nathan Cole floored the stolen van, weaving through the city's docklands, Pier 17's warehouses looming under sodium lights. Rex lay in the back, blood-soaked bandages clinging to his flank. His breaths weak but eyes locked on Nathan, urging him to fight. The hard drive's data, now cloud uploaded, was poised to burn Black Fang. But Clara Vance was their prisoner, and Nathan's wounded shoulder, thigh, so it bled with every move. Pain, a distant roar. His rifle, low on ammo, rested beside the machete, its blade caked with blood. The van screeched to a stop behind a rusted container. Pier 17 crawling with Black Fang mercenaries, their rifles glinting. Nathan carried Rex, the dog's weight heavy, and hid him in a crate, rebandaging his ribs with a torn shirt, whispering, "Stay, boy. I'm coming back." Rex's growl was faint but fierce. Nathan checked his gear, 5 bullets, 1 grenade, machete, and crept toward the main warehouse, its steel doors guarded by 2 men. He tossed a rock, drawing one away, then lunged, machete slashing the other's arm, blood spraying, silencing him with a fist to the jaw. The second turned, rifle rising, but Nathan tackled him, driving the machete's handle into his temple, dropping him cold. He zip-tied both, stealing a radio that crackled. "Vance is in the pit. Director's here." Nathan's gut twisted. The director, Senator Hargrove's puppet master. He slipped inside, the warehouse a maze of crates and cages, animals whimpering within. Clara's voice echoed, defiant, from a lower level, the pit. Nathan descended a stairwell, rifle raised, when a mercenary appeared, submachine gun blazing. Nathan dove, bullets sparking, and fired, catching the man's chest, blood pooling. He grabbed the gun, ammo fresh, and moved. The pit's glow ahead. Clara was zip-tied to a chair, face bruised, surrounded by 5 mercenaries and a man in a suit. Vance. Not Hargrove, but a face Nathan knew: Marcus Holt, his old Spec Ops commander, court-martialed for treason. "You," Nathan growled, stepping into the light, rifle trained. Holt smirked, pistol at Clara's temple, still chasing ghosts. Cole Black Fang's mine, and Hargrove's just a cab. Nathan's blood boiled. Holt, the traitor who'd sold out their unit, now ran this empire. "Let her go," Nathan said, finger on the trigger. Holt laughed, signaling his men, who raised rifles. Nathan tossed his grenade, the blast shredding crates. Mercenaries diving, 2 caught in the explosion, blood and debris flying. He charged, firing, dropping another, then tackled a 4th, machete slashing his leg, bone crunching. Holt fired, the bullet grazing Nathan's neck, blood welling, but Nathan rolled, shooting, hitting Holt's shoulder, the pistol skidding. Clara kicked free, grabbing a fallen rifle, unloading into the last mercenary, blood spraying. Nathan tackled Holt, pinning him, machete at his throat. "Why?" Why, he snarled. Holt spat, blood on his lips. Power. You were too weak to see it. Nathan's fist cracked Holt's jaw, knocking him out, zip-tying him tight. Clara panted, grabbing her pack. The hard drive's data safe. He's not alone, she warned. Nodding to radios buzzing directors down secure the pit, Nathan helped Clara up, blood dripping, and they sprinted back, the warehouse shaking as mercenaries stormed in, guns blazing. Nathan fired, dropping 3, bullets sparking, but a shot hit his leg, pain searing. He staggered, Clara covering, shooting another. They reached the stairwell, but Rex's absence hit hard. Nathan needed his speed. A mercenary leapt from above, knife flashing, and Nathan parried, machete slashing his chest, blood gushing. They burst outside, mercenaries converging, and Nathan spotted Rex's crate, the dog struggling to stand, barking, drawing fire. Nathan dove, carrying Rex, bullets shredding the crate, and piled into the van with Clara, who floored it, tires screeching. Mercenaries' trucks chased, ramming them, glass shattering. Nathan leaned out, firing, hitting a driver, the truck crashing. But a bullet grazed Rex's hip, the dog yelping, blood pooling. Nathan roared, tossing his last clip into a truck's engine, flames erupting, scattering pursuers. Clara swerved through alleys, losing the rest. But Rex's breath faltered, his eyes dimming. Nathan pressed a cloth to his hip, whispering, "Don't quit, boy." Clara's face was grim. Safe house. Now, I've got a contact to leak the data. Nathan checked the pack, hard drive intact. Holt's confession, a bonus. The radio crackled. A mercenary's voice. Holt's alive. Regroup at Hargrove's. Nathan smashed it, knowing Hargrove was next, but Rex was fading fast. They reached the safe house, a dingy warehouse, and Nathan carried Rex inside, laying him on a table, stitching his wounds with a med kit, hands shaking. Clara uploaded the data. Holt's name added to Hargrove's. The cloud feed lived to news outlets. Rex's growl was weak, his strength gone, but Nathan gripped his fur, vowing to end Black Fang for him. Nathan Cole barricaded the safe house door, a dingy warehouse reeking of oil, his rifle propped against a crate as he stitched Rex's wounds. The dog's breaths shallow, blood pooling on the table. Clara Vance hunched over her laptop, uploading Black Fang's hard drive data client lists, bank transfers, Marcus Holt's confession, and Senator Hargrove's coded orders to every major news outlet. The cloud feed live. Nathan's wound shoulder, thigh, sidoin, neck bled through bandages, pain a constant throb. But Rex's fading growls kept him moving. The city outside roared with chaos. Protesters storming precincts, demanding Hargrove's head. Clara's screen flashed CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, all running the story. Holt's face branded a traitor. Hargrove's name a curse. "It's out," Clara said, voice sharp. "Feds are moving on Hargrove." Nathan nodded, checking Rex, whose eyes flickered, weak but stubborn. He grabbed a med kit, injecting antibiotics, hands steady despite the blood loss. "Hang on, boy," he whispered, rebandaging Rex's flank. The dog's loyalty, the spark that broke Black Fang. A burner phone busts Jace. Nathan's hacker contact. Hargrove's holed up at his penthouse. Private security. Black Fang remnants. Feds are slow. You want him. Move now. Nathan gripped his machete. Rifle ammo down to 3 rounds. Clara chambered her pistol. "I'm in. Rex needs a vet, but Hargrove's mine." Nathan carried Rex to a cot, setting him gently, heart twisting. "Stay, boy. I'm finishing this." Rex's faint bark was a vow. They slipped out. Clara driving a stolen sedan, Nathan in the passenger seat, rifle ready. The penthouse towered downtown, its glass gleaming under floodlights. They parked in an alley, dodging cop sirens, and scaled a fire escape. Nathan's wounds screaming, Clara covering with her pistol. A guard patrolled the roof, rifle slung, and Nathan lunged, machete handle cracking his skull, dropping him silently. He zip-tied the man, stealing his radio, which crackled. Secure the boss. Cole's alive. Nathan's jaw tightened. Hargrove knew. They breached a vent, crawling into the penthouse's top floor, a marble maze of art and wealth. Hargrove's voice echoed, barking orders, and Nathan signaled Clara, who nodded, pistol raised. They slipped into a hallway. Two Black Fang mercenaries ahead, submachine guns ready. Nathan tossed a crate shard, drawing one, then tackled him, machete slashing his arm, blood spraying, silencing him with a fist. Clara shot the other, her silencer coughing, the man crumpling. They zip-tied both, moving fast. Hargrove's office ahead. The door burst open, 4 mercenaries charging, guns blazing. Nathan dove, bullets shredding walls, and fired his last rounds, dropping 2, blood pooling. Clara shot another, but the 4th grabbed her, knife at her throat. Nathan lunged, machete slashing the man's leg, bone crunching, freeing Clara, who finished him with a shot. Hargrove stood behind a desk, pistol raised, face pale. You're nothing. Cool, he snarled, firing, the bullet grazing Nathan's ribs, blood welling. Nathan tackled him, wrenching the pistol, pinning Hargrove to the floor, machete at his neck. Your empire's ash. Nathan growled. Clara zip-tied Hargrove, her laptop open, streaming his confession live, every word damning. Sirens wailed below, feds storming in, and Nathan shoved Hargrove to them, blood dripping. As Clara uploaded the final files, they slipped out, dodging security, back to the safe house, where Rex lay, barely breathing. Nathan carried him to a vet contact, Jace's lead, who worked fast, stitching, transfusing, saving Rex's life. Days later, Hargrove's trial shook the world. Black Fang's network unraveling Holt. Mercenaries, clients, all cuffed. Their cages empty. Animals freed. Nathan, cleared of bounties. Watched the verdict on a bar TV. Rex at his side, scars fading, tail thumping. Clara's exposés won awards. Her name a beacon for justice. Nathan didn't return to the shadows. He bought a ranch, opening a wildlife sanctuary, where Rex led rescued animals, panthers, hornbills, jaguars roaming free. Veterans joined, training kids from rough streets, teaching grit and loyalty. Nathan stood one evening, Rex beside him, watching a cub chase a ball. Clara visiting, her smile rare but real. You changed it all, she said. Nathan ruffled Rex's fur. He did. Rex barked, strong again, as the sun sank. Black Fang's remnants whispered threats, feds chasing leads. But Nathan and Rex were ready, their bond unbreakable. Justice won. A new fight loomed. But for now, they stood tall, scars a testament to their victory. Nathan and Rex's fight, sparked by a buried secret, crushed a poaching empire, saving wildlife. Thanks for listening. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell to never miss our thrilling tales. Stay tuned for more.